So good morning, everyone. We still have a few minutes. I just popped on a little earlier for technical purposes, making sure you all can see and hear me. So if there's any problems before we start, please feel free to put in the chat. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of work on the floor today, lying down, so it'll be very important to know if you can hear. Ah. So while we wait, I wish I could see that far. Hopefully my computer will not act up today. Sometimes in the morning I find myself just doing a lot of movement, kind of going back and forth. Not sure if that's just to the rhythm of the day, but I find it's kind of self-soothing. Hear me okay? So I am Danielle Singita here in my studio in Swananoa. I am so glad you could join me today on this very foggy morning. Just to let you know a few things, next week I'm going to be moving off of Facebook Live and we will be going to Zoom. So Valerie is going to be teaching the first class next week via Zoom. I believe Bounty and Soul will have instructions and links to set that up so you can click on and get on, and then that way we can start seeing everybody, which would be really nice because sometimes it's hard to teach and you're not sure like what's going on, if everyone's okay, and it just will be much more personable, which will be great. So bear with us. I've taken a lot of Zoom classes, but I haven't really done any yoga classes on Zoom yet, and I know Valerie hasn't either. So always a learning curve for 2020 and 2021. Also, I will be launching a Rooted in Ayurveda, which will start, I believe, March 1st. I will be working in a very small group, holistic coaching, more on the principles of Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. And really it's just about creating really good habits or refining the habits that you already have. And we will be working those 6 weeks, the intro class, what we'll be doing in that class, and then each week going into a new habit. And the idea is you get to learn these habits, why they're so good, and each week we get to try to implement. And it's really very simple habits, and it will help with sleep and digestion, mental clarity, and self-care. So I will be leading the group dynamic. It'll be 1 hour a week of our group class of 10. I ask whoever joins who is interested, and there'll be information going out that you commit to the 6 weeks. So it's an hour a week, and then there'll be some laser coaching, about 20-minute increments into smaller groups for refining that habit for the week. So it should be really fun. You also get to have a nice kit, an Ayurveda self-care kit that will consist of abhyanga or body oil, nasal oil called Nasya. It has a tea in it for calming. It'll have an essential oil blend that I and some other goodie. I can't remember. But each one who signs up, that for 10 who are willing to commit for those 6 weeks, will get this nice little self-care package. And this is through a grant I won from Banyan Botanicals, which is an Ayurveda, a very large Ayurveda company in the United States. So if you're interested, be on the lookout. Some information will come your way soon. You can reach out to me once the email is set up, and it'll be a great journey to do together. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. So I don't know about you all, but I feel like this January leading up from all of 2020 has left me feeling pretty tired. I think our nervous systems have really, well, I know our nervous systems have really been in this fight or flight situation for almost 10 months now. And there'll be days, maybe you feel them too, there'll be days where you feel like you get your groove going and you have some energy and you're feeling good. And then there'll be other days where you just feel like exhausted, tired, drained. And so I think today what I really want to do is work on some grounding energy through breath work, and also a grounding practice. So really working on the floor a lot today, working on our backs today. So hopefully that works for you. I don't see any comments or anything. So I appreciate those who are joining, and you can always watch it later on. So what I'd like to do, so the first chakra is in our sacrum. And a lot of times when you think of chakra or energy centers, you kind of think more in the front of the body. But they actually kind of go from the front, and there's lots of theories, come from the front and then into the back, and the others where it's more in the back. And regardless, what I like to do is focus on the first chakra. And the first chakra is really about feeling safe, feeling like your basic needs are being met. Kind of like that primal feeling. Is everything going to be okay? Yes, everything will be okay. So really that safety and that security. And I think in this last year, that safety and security is really uncertain. And so what I'd like to do, and if you get comfortable, now you can sit in your chair if you want. You can sit cross-legged if you want. I think I'm actually going to sit more in a kneeling pose today. I just feel like I'd like to kind of work on my knees a little bit. So first of all, just kind of creating this sacred space wherever you are. So making sure you have a lot of room, or enough room, making sure it's not cluttered, kind of giving it a blessing. practice today. Sometimes I get a toe cramp. Getting comfortable, standing tall or sitting tall. I want that spine to be really long. Shoulders, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do a few times, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down. And organically just moving your head from side to side. And one left ear to the left shoulder, drop the shoulder down. And then bring the chin to chest. And the right ear to the right shoulder. Just allowing for yourself to kind of settle in. Going back and forth. This time taking the right, using that right shoulder, right ear focus, and bringing the left arm out. Working on breathing in and out through the nose. Allow the fingertips to rise up and then drop down that left shoulder. Circling the hand in one direction and then in the other. And then switch. Drop the right hand down, bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Again, really allowing for the back body to lengthen. And then fingertips rising up towards the sky. And then feel free to switch positions if you need to at any point, whatever. If you feel like kneeling like this is starting to hurt, then switch your position. I'd like to work the eyes. So as we get older, it's important to keep our optic nerves strong. And I know as I'm getting older, my vision has definitely been changed. Wearing readers have been making it a little challenging. So let's do some eye exercises. Okay, so I'm going to, you just keep your body straight, be comfortable, and I will guide you. Let's look up at 12 o'clock and then down at 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock again. Moving your eyes to 6 o'clock. Then look over at 3 o'clock. And then make this very slow as you allow the eye gaze to go over to 9 o'clock. From 9 o'clock, slowly travel the eyes back over to 3 o'clock. Come back to center. Rub your hands together. Allow the rub those hands so there's nice warmth and just cover your eyes for a moment. While I want you to breathe down into your tailbone. So allow the breath through your nose to travel down, 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 chakra down into the tailbone. And feel the breath ignite the tailbone, opening up the space. And then exhaling, feeling the breath coming up from the tailbone, back up the spine. Good. Bring your hands down. Allow the hands to rest on the palm, and let's try that a few more times. So create this visual line. So feel this visual line, maybe dark red in color. This dark red color going down the spine. So you're inhaling through the nose, down the spine, to the tailbone. As you complete and really, you would like bring life to the tailbone. And then exhale, allow that dark red line to travel back up the spine. And let's do that a few more times. Switch positions if you need to with your feet. Inhaling, dark red line going down the spine. As you are fully inhaled, that tailbone opens up, almost like this beautiful lotus flower at the tailbone. And then exhale, all the way back up the spine. 2 more. Inhaling, dark, beautiful, red, down to that low lotus. And as you complete the inhale, the lotus opens a little more in that spine or flower, whatever resonates. Just feel that opening, knowing that you are safe, that you're secure, that you are grounded and rooted. Exhale, allow that to travel back up towards the spine. And one last one. Inhaling in through the nose, down to the spine, down to the tailbone. Beautiful dark red color. You are safe. You are secure. You are grounded to Mother Earth. Feel that lotus opening, tailbone or flower or whatever as you complete the inhale. And then exhale. Allow that beautiful flow of energy to come up. Nice. Open your eyes if they're not open already. And we're going to travel our eyes again to strengthen the optic nerve. We're going to travel them around the clock. So you can go nice and slow. Make sure your glasses are off if you have glasses on. And let's go 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go open your eyes and then allow the fingertips to massage over the eyelids. Again, we're doing so much work on the computer these days between Zoom meetings and school and everything really, that we need to make sure we keep our eyes healthy. Good. And just massaging, caressing gently over the eyes. And right around the eyebrows, just allowing some of the marma points, these beautiful energy centers. Marma is acupressure points. And there's 3 big ones along the eyebrows. Good. Go ahead and switch the position of your legs. And then let's do one more round of healthy eye movements. So we're going to start up again at 12, and we're going to go in the reverse order. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 o'clock, 2, 1, 12. Soften the eyes, close them gently, and last round. Just massaging, taking care of our eyes, rubbing over the eyebrows. Let's do a little tapping right along under the eyebrows for any sinus or any congestion anybody may have as we come into the very kapha time of year. It's when, as you can see today, dense, thick, earthy, watery. Good. Okay. Got that? Let's come down onto the floor. And hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay as I work on the floor today with you all. So getting nice and grounded first, allowing the spine to connect. And let's bring our pelvis, our hips up just a little bit. Allow the feet to be in line with the knees. And then slowly let one vertebra down at a time. Again, let's inhale, lift up. Allow the chin to come a little bit towards the chest to get a nice length in the neck. Maybe this time a little higher. Hold. And then release. And again, inhale this time, lift up. Draw the knees a little bit away from you, chin to chest. Hold. And release. Bring the left leg down, bring the right leg towards you, and press the knee in to the chest, and rotate the foot in one direction once, and then twice. Allow the leg now to extend, and you can grab it behind your hamstring if you can, or if you have a strap, and just give it a nice, beautiful lengthening opportunity. Keep that right hip down towards the earth. Allow the heel to move up towards the sky. Bring the knee back into the chest. This time, see if you can bring your head up without any extra strain. Release and allow the arms to move overhead. So let that extension happen. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Go ahead and rotate the foot in one direction and then in the other. Bring the leg straight. Place your fingers. If it's too intense, you can put a little bend in the knee. Bring your head up towards the knee. and then release. Extend, extend, extend. All appendages. Let the legs get long, let the fingers get long. Bring the knees in towards you. So keep the legs at 90 degrees. Bring the hands out to give you a nice little counterbalance. We're going to drop the knees over to the right. But we're going to just hold it here. We're not going to drop them all the way down. So you're going to have to work the core a little bit. As long as that feels okay. If that's uncomfortable, then drop the knees down. And then we're going to work the core, so very, very slowly. We're going to come over to the other side. So again, suspend the knees off the ground. It's a little hard the slower you go. Hold for a moment and then slowly bring the knees back to center. And again, we're going to work the core here by using circular motions. You can go in the opposite direction. Nice. Bring that left leg down. Bring the right leg in as if you're coming into half happy baby pose. So it's almost like you're doing a lunge. If you can grab the outside of the foot. Let that other leg be nice and long and active. Breathe in. Fully down into the tailbone and exhale. Out through the mouth this time. Now place this right leg on top of the left knee. Just gently, not right on the knee, above the knee. And then we're going to just cross it over. So get a nice little twist. Allow the opposite shoulder to sink into the earth. You can move your head towards the opposite way if that feels good. And then come back. To the other side. So half happy. So just allowing to grab onto. Allow that foot now to come onto the top, like right above that kneecap. Use your hand to help you rotate. Look in the opposite direction. Get a nice spinal twist. Use your exhale to deepen into the stretch and allow your body to gently take the form. Back to center. Grab a block. Grab my block. If you happen to have a block, if you happen to have one, see if you can grab that. Or maybe you have a bolster, like, or a foam roller would be good. So I'm going to show you a great way to do a restorative bridge pose with this. I'm going to explain it first just because I don't want to do it while I have my head turned while I'm in bridge pose. But you can do bridge pose if you don't have a block. I suggest really you could go to like TJ Maxx and get one for like $4.99, or maybe some yoga studios, or getting rid of some older blocks. Get one that has, like, I think this is 6 to 8 inches wide. It's really good. It's solid. And if you don't have a block, you can do the best you can today, and then maybe look back at this video again and work with it. It's so good. It's great for sciatica. It's great for any lower back issues. You can have it on this level when I demonstrate, if that works better, or you can have it on the second level, Mama Bear, and then that's Papa Bear. Papa Bear is when you're really open, and it just feels really good to hold. It's more of like a not as active bridge pose, but you're still getting the benefits. So let me show you. So again, we're going to get into like that bridge pose where your feet are stacked close to where your knees are. Get some width in between. I'm going to take the block. So this is Baby Bear. And so this is really kind of working that first chakra, kind of stimulating, bringing some awareness. And then if you have that block, just go back and forth a little bit on the first level. Let's all start there. And you'll see how nice it is. And you can play with it. Move up a little bit more if you want. It's going back and forth. Maybe you're touching on the glutes. And you want to stay there for a moment. It's going back and forth. I like it on the second level because it feels really good, like it opens that the sacrum. Again, have a nice foundation, and then bring your feet a little bit wider, and then go ahead and just rock just ever so slightly to the right. And then rock ever so slightly to the left. And just go back and forth. Find a nice little flow. Maybe you find a point where you just want to stay there. Breathing down like we did earlier, that visual breath traveling down into the sacrum. And to the other side. You can even travel it up a little bit higher if you want, kind of working in the second chakra. Maybe there's some tightness there. And then just play with it. Go back and forth. Breathing, remembering to breathe. Maybe you find again a spot that just feels like you want to hang out there and do that. So take the next few moments to just and notice as you're massaging, just feeling some release of tension. Good. Now, if that feels like that's enough, go ahead and take the block out. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Come down one vertebra at a time. Maybe you feel a little adjustment. Maybe you just feel this expansiveness in your lower back. I want you to rock up into a seated position. So go ahead and rock back and forth. And let's just sit up for a moment again and have your bolster if you like. And let's take a couple of breaths here. If you notice any difference. See if you notice any difference in the way you were breathing earlier, where it might have been a little more restricted here. And then see how it feels. So working that visual, working the visual down your spine. And then taking your taking your shoulder opposite the knee. And do circles. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling. Opposite direction. Taking your right hand, placing it on your knee, and taking your left arm up towards the sky. Shoulder back. Let's try that again. Knee on one and just opening the shoulder. Go ahead and bring your legs straight out. And then begin to, and you can allow your knees to come up. So allow the knees to come up for a moment. Bring the hands underneath if you'd like. And then create this nice pull that allows the spine to be long. And then as you exhale, kind of contract a little and round your head into shape. Inhale, go ahead, and as you inhale, you're kind of pulling on those hands. And as you do that, allowing the spine to get long. And then just rounding and letting go. Bring your legs straight out. And just go ahead and do a nice little tapping along the side. So we're stimulating a little bit. Just some gentle patting. And go from the inside out. Any congestion, any lymphatic stagnation. Just allow for some nice little movement. Coming on the inside, patting the internal part of your leg, and then the outside. One last one. Good. Let's do the other side, okay? So again, it's like going from the inside, just gentle, and then on the outside. Waking up our system on this damp day. One last time. Good. And then just do some nice calming. And come on your knees again. Bring the arms up overhead. Interlace you and then bring them straight up. And then release into child's pose. And slowly bring the arms to the side. Bring the palms away from you. Inhale, overhead, look up, chest up, breathe in. And release down into child's pose. Walk your hands over in one direction. And over to the other direction. Slowly draw your hands back. Interlace your fingers one last time. Press out. Draw breath into the spine. And exhale out through the mouth. Good. All right. And get comfortable and lay down into a little Shavasana. So just Shavasana is, if you have a bolster, you can put the bolster here and lay down. Let the palms be open. Just be, again, that left earth. And saying to yourself, I am safe. Needs are being met. I'm connected with the earth. I am safe. All my basic needs. I am connected and supported by Mother Earth. I am safe. All of my basic needs have been met. I'm connected to Mother Earth. Welcome to stay here if you need to rest a little more. And I thank you all for being here with me. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.